Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bruce Irvin from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go. White 80. Left. Here, let's see the noise.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on second and 2, it's now third and 1. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, if we had any questions, That run kind of answered him. He's still Marshawn Lynch.
Hasn't lost a thing. Maybe running with a renewed sense of purpose and energy after that year off. They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain. First down, the run with Lynch. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Out to kick is Janikowski. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
They go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A very solid gain of 27. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, 28 yards. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. He's got it, so they take just the one here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Shifts by him. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns. And, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Now he'll escape to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers.
Cordero Patterson. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Cordero Patterson, 49 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
To throw, it's caught. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, it's Bell. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year, he had more yards after the catch than total. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. Past the 20 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. So they're going to go for 2. Here's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Boswell on now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the...
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. 10 yards still left on second down. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. A little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Shift together here from the D-line. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, 61 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And now here come the Raiders. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Out to kick is Janikowski. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Roethlisberger will throw. And the Raiders have got him. Justin Ellis. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Carr now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So on 4th down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Carr. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Now he's forced out left. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And the return will stop right around the 25. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start the drive with Lynch. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They run again on first down, Lynch. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll run for it. Lynch. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll give the Raiders a first down.
Well, when you've got a running back who's already gone over 100 yards for the game, you can bet he'll be involved on 4th and short. He's been tough for this defense to handle all game long, and he converts here to keep the drive moving.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Here's Carr to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in two-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Going deep here for Bryant. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Carr. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They'll run again with Lynch. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. On is the punter King to send it away. Now Brown. Shows his strength at the 50. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, 44 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Boswell on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught by Clive Walford. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford, 70 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. With that penalty, they only need 1 yard for the two-point conversion.
And that can make all the difference trying to get those 2 points, right? Inches count down here in short territory. Maybe now they can get the 2 points that they want a lot easier.
Carr going to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this one is incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Carr. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper from 21 yards away. And the Raiders add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out to kick is Janikowski. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. On second down, Roethlisberger under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight.
Here we go.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 39 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Here's Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 3. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. A beautiful fake. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Carr now on first down. Brought in by Walford, right side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So they're going to go for 2. To throw, it's Carr. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Out to kick is Janikowski. And now out come the Steelers. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it with Bell. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. The Raiders on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. throwing his car on third down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Here's Roethlisberger.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
This one left side caught by Patterson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Carr going to throw here. This is caught. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
Guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.